My next guest is a mindset and business growth coach. She specializes in teaching entrepreneurs how to create online courses and products from their skills, services, and expertise so they can earn income and make more money doing what they love. Please welcome Rachael Taylor. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I'm here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm here today with Rachael. She is a mindset and business growth coach, and I'm so happy she's here. Hi, Rachael.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
I am doing good. The sun is shining. It is nice and crisp outside where I am, and it's a good day all over. How are you doing?
Yay, I love it. I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm just so excited to dive in. Feel free, let us know who you are, what you do, who you help, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. So my business, you can find me in my little corner of the internet at The Creative Rachael, because I do a whole lot of different stuff. My main focus is, though, helping entrepreneurs earn what they deserve by helping them build and market and make money with passive income products and courses. And with that, I also have a book, I have a coloring book, I have some digital products myself. So I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades, but my focus is really all about empowering entrepreneurs to create the business and the income that they want so that they can have financial freedom and independence and not burn themselves out trying to pursue their passions with a business that, they really care about.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I love that. So let's say I'm interested in starting, selling products or creating an online course. Like, where should I start if I'm not sure what I want to create, basically?
So there's two ways you can start, and there's no wrong answer. One, you could start with, it's called the Passive Income Playbook. It's a free download that I have. You can get access to that instantly, totally free. You just, sign up and it gets delivered right to your inbox, and you can dive on into that. And that gives you a really nice 4-step framework that I take all of my clients through in my 6-month program. And it just gives you the foundation and the stepping stones to really get you going in the right direction. So that's one way you could get started. And then the second one would be to book a consultation with me and just start chatting about your goals and seeing if it's the right time, if you're the right fit for the program, and if doing digital products and courses is something that you can put on your plate as your life and your business stands right now. Some people really like having that one-on-one attention, and other people want that more like DIY, hey, just give me the information and I'll take it from here. So there's really no wrong answer, but you can pretty much Google anything, and those are two really great places to start.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So I know that you talk about growth mindset and marketing strategy and that they go hand in hand. Can you tell us more about that and what it means to you?
When it comes to marketing your business, it is really all about taking action every day. And so there is no wrong marketing strategy, which is something that I've had to learn over time, thinking, oh, there's just like some secret answer or like sauce or some door I haven't knocked on, and that's going to make it all be perfect. No. It's about taking action every day and doing the little things that will tell other people that your business exists, that you can help, and you're here for them and you'd like to assist them in any way that you can. And so the only way to really get to that place of actually taking action and being consistent is to have your mindset on the right page. And a lot of times we sabotage it,
Mm-hmm.
and we sabotage our success, and we sabotage our marketing because it feels scary to get to that next level. And most of us do it unconsciously. It's not something that like we're waking up in the morning going, I'm going to sabotage my business today. It's like, it's just one of those things that we all have these three core values as people, which is we want to feel safe, we want to feel loved, and we want to feel like we belong.
Mm-hmm.
And not only are these three core values part of way back when, before the world had computers and electricity, like you needed those three core values to exist and survive in your group, in your community, because you didn't have these creature comforts that we do now. And
Mm-hmm.
so while there may not necessarily be a like a oh, I'm going to die if I don't have these three things component in our modern United States world, there is still very much this underlying desire and need to have
Mm-hmm.
these three things and to maintain these three things. And so a lot of times when you step into your power or you market yourself, you are becoming more visible. Well, there might be a story that you have of a time when you experienced yourself stepping out and you were bullied or you were shamed.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't feel safe because those stories and those memories are really, really powerful. And that can be the same for love. If you're in a relationship and you worry you're going to emasculate your partner, or maybe you're going to won't be honorable to your parents because maybe they worked really, really hard. And even though you work really, really hard too, you love what you do and maybe they hated what they did. And so there's this story of like, you have to hate your job but still work hard and then get money anyway. And for you, you're like, well, I love what I do and I make money. And, it doesn't feel like hard work because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe that doesn't feel safe. It almost doesn't feel like you're honoring that love and sacrifice that they gave you. And so you can see how when you dial it back a little bit and you pause and you dig into your memories a little bit and you uncover those stories, you can start to see how, okay, there's this subconscious thing that's fighting my pattern and my habit of marketing my business on a consistent basis and showing up. And so that's why I make a goal, and then by like the 7th day or the 8th day of the month, I like haven't made any progress, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, but I've been working. And then you're like, what have I been doing? You're like, I know I've been working, and so it's just those little sabotages that get in the way. And so that's really what I like to combine in my teaching, because it's super, super important to understand both sides of that coin.
Oh my gosh, yes. I
Mm-hmm.
love this conversation so much because I think it's like such a huge part of just
Mm-hmm.
like growing an online business and showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So you're totally
Mm-hmm.
right. So feel free to share, like a story of how you
Mm.
overcame those doubts and like
Mm.
what have you learned from that?
Yeah. It's funny. I was just journaling about this morning
Oh
because
my
I've been
God.
feeling, yeah, I've been feeling this come up. And
Hmm.
you'll find that you, just like you have those three core desires, you tend to have like three main storylines. And it usually kind of repeats itself. It's almost like it gets annoying at some point. You're kind of like, you're still here? I thought we moved past this, you know? And, um, mine, one that's really strong for me, is a fear of rejection, which I think we can all relate to as people. No one wants to feel rejected. And that ties back into that loss of belonging and safety, right? If I'm not part of the group, if I'm rejected, if I'm excluded, that's violating one of those values. And so for me, I'm confident now. I love my body now. I'm 4'10". I'm
Hmm.
bubbly. I'm fun. But as a kid, I was like really, really, I'm still tiny. I get it. But like I was really tiny. Like I looked like, I just looked half of the age of everyone else, even though I was like the oldest in the class. I was just a really petite kid. I was a petite baby, I was a petite toddler, I was just a petite kid. fully functioning, but tiny. And so because of that, from a very early age, I had this sense of like, I don't belong. I'm already different, and that's a story that gets built into your brain, into your heart, and into your subconscious. And I was bullied pretty mercilessly because of it, which, like, you think about, and I just turned 30 this week, and you think about it and you're like, it doesn't feel like that was such like an awful thing, but you just remember at age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, your world was like ending because someone didn't like you. And so that translates across to me being visible in my marketing on social media.
Mhm.
And so I will have days where I really resist even opening Instagram in general. I'll just be like, oh, well, they'll be there tomorrow, you know. Instagram's gonna be there. I'll catch them on their next post, and I'll start to resist and procrastinate and step away from the strategies that I know work, that are proven to work, and that I'm very comfortable taking action on, like starting conversations with people, um, because that fear of rejection starts to come up. And so, what's really helpful for me is to, like everything on the planet, be aware of it first, right? Half
Mhm.
the battle is knowing that you're doing something, and half the battle is being like, oh, that's a pattern that I'm not a big fan of, or that's a pattern that, like, that's really getting in my way. And so for me, I use journaling a lot because I find that it almost does something I learned in health coaching school. It's like called a brain dump.
Mhm.
And so you just kind of, you'll think you have nothing to say, and you'll open that your book, or you'll get that piece of paper, and then all of a sudden 10 minutes will go by and you're like, I'm out of room, I'm front to back, I've written all these feelings, because like you just needed to like get it out of your brain so that it could solve that problem, and then it could move on to something else. So that's really helpful for me. And then I also use what's called anchors. So I anchor mantras and affirmations that I need to commit to memory to help with these underlying feelings of worrying about disappointing people or being rejected, or what that means for me, and if that feels safe or doesn't feel safe. And so I just use my Gmail Google Calendar because I'm lazy. And so I just have a, like, phone alerts pop up, and it pops up on my laptop, and it pops up on my phone. And so, like, no matter where I am, it'll pop up on my iPad because of course they're all connected. Thank you, Apple. And so, like, it just pops up, right? And
Yeah.
it'll be like, it's safe to be visible, or like, it's safe to have what you want, or it's safe to make more money today. Like, it's just little things like that where you're like, right, okay, breathe.
Mhm.
I'm good. I'm good. I can get back to this place of feeling safe. And then you can just go forward and take whatever little step you needed that day. So
Yes.
those are kind of my three ways of doing it.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I love all of this. So, I heard you say you went to health
Hmm.
coaching school, and I did too.
I
So, I'm
did.
wondering what school you went to.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Health Coach Institute.
Me
It was a
too.
blast. Really? Oh my gosh, the world is so small. I also threw on the life coaching component at the end, because you know how they're like, well, do you want to just add that on? It's like an extra, like $800 or whatever it was at the time. And at that point, I'm like, well, I'm already spending thousands. Sure, tack that on. So
Wait, what?
it was so much fun. You know how marketing and sales gets you, and you're like, yeah, sure, throw that on. It's a deal. It's on sale. It's like when you're buying a car and they're like, do
Yeah.
you want this extra feature? And you're like, sure, we're already here. Why not? Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, when I did enroll in the school, it was already included in the price, so they changed it a
Mm.
bit. But that's so crazy, that we have similar
Yeah.
backgrounds, and I just love it
Mhm.
so much. So
Mhm.
what would you say to someone, who is pivoting right now? Like they're starting
Mhm.
maybe in the health niche, and now they're trying to figure out like if they want to make another move or they want to pivot into something
Mhm.
else. What would you tell them?
Mhm. To get out that journal, because it's super super
Yeah.
helpful to physically write it out. There is something so unbelievably magical about a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper. I don't know what it is, but it's something about the way our brain solves the problem. It's like almost like doing long division on paper versus in your head. It's so much simpler on paper because your brain, like, it likes to write out the problem. And so it's just how we're hardwired. And I'm sure there's millions of books out there that could explain probably the science or the psychology behind why that is effective. But I would say start there and start writing out what you want, and be just like really honest, and be really just like, let your brain go wild. Let the dreams be big. Let it all go out there. It's just you and that piece of paper. And so be honest with yourself and be like, okay, what do I really want my business to look like? What do I really want my income to look like? Not the number that I tell people so that like they don't think I want to be this like rich snobby person, but like the actual number that I know I could achieve, and I know that, it'll be awesome to be rich. But maybe that's not socially acceptable. But like put that number down and be really honest with yourself. And once you have all of that information and you know what you want your business to look like, and you know what that income looks like, to just take a little break from trying to figure out how, and do your best to, instead of letting your brain start to race away with the, oh my gosh, how is that going to happen? Turn it around to, who's the client that I want to help? And go back to that niche stuff. If anyone listening is unfamiliar with niche, it's basically the really specific definition of who you help and what their problems are and what your solution is, and then the results they get from working with you and from your solution. And so it's really walking yourself through those things again with your paper and your pencil, and writing that out and seeing, okay, what am I really passionate about teaching? Think back to the last year, the last 2, 3, 4 years. Who were my favorite clients? What did we work on? Why does that excite me? What do I know about this topic? What can I help people with? And so it's dialing it back and going to those business basics and those foundations, really.
Totally. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm really curious to know, because I ask this to everyone who comes on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
Mm. For me, it means showing up when you don't feel ready, and showing up as a human, and letting yourself be a human, and letting other people also be a human, and creating that space and that community and that environment where it's okay that we're all human, and it's also okay that we have wants and needs and goals and desires, and it's okay that we pursue them at the same time. And you don't have to feel bad that you're not perfect. You don't have to feel guilty that you want more. It's just, that's your goal. And so let's go for it. And so to
Yes.
kind of remove those stories around what it means to want that thing or to desire to have more. Because I think we have, and I'm speaking from a female perspective, it's quite possible men feel this way as well. I haven't asked one, but if there's one listening, comment, let us know. You sometimes feel guilty for having big dreams, and you a lot of times hold yourself back from it. And so being a leader is someone that says, these are my dreams, I'm going for them, it's okay that I am. You can too. That's really, I think, what it
Yes.
means for me.
Love it. I love that answer. It's so good.
Mhm.
So, do you have, like any last piece of wisdom you like to share with our audience?
Be nice to yourself, honestly, because we are so hard on ourselves. And the more you spiral down in negative thinking and criticism and that back talk that's negative, um, the farther you get pulled into imposter syndrome and looking at other people and not feeling ready, not feeling good enough. And when you have all of those thoughts, it's almost like, I mean, you're already trying to climb a mountain, right? The mountain that is business. And when you have all that negative talk and you're not being nice to yourself, and you're not like stopping to go to the bathroom, drinking water, exercising, taking a screen break, sleeping normally, like basic human needs that we all are like, it's fine, I'll do it when I'm, older. Hustle now and take care of myself later. Um, it's like you're trying to climb that mountain and you just have like a massive backpack on with 100 tons of rock. It's just, you have to climb the mountain either way. But do you want to do it with like a cute little Hello Kitty backpack with like your phone and your chapstick? Or do you want to do it with like this massive, like REI camping hiking backpack filled with rocks, you know? And so it's kind of like you get to choose. Um, and it's just so much easier when you've got the cute little backpack.
Mm-hmm.
So try to get to the cute little backpack and be nice to yourself and be human, and that's okay.
Oh my gosh. I love that metaphor. It's so good. I was there like a year ago with with a backpack full of rocks, and I thought I had to hustle and do all the things, but I'm realizing now more and more that the more you just be and you just enjoy who you are and you enjoy your life and you're having fun while growing a business, this is where the magic
Exactly.
happens, right?
Exactly.
So, thank you so much for sharing that. Where can people go to connect with you further in the online space?
Yeah. So my website is thecreativerachel.com. I do have that extra little A in my name just to confuse people. So it's Rachael, just to make life harder. I swear, I tried to do it easier, but that's what the domain was available. So apologies, but sorry, not sorry. Um, and then Instagram is a great place. My handle is It's the Creative Rachel. Pinterest is another great place, The Creative Rachel. You can search both of those areas. Those are the two platforms that are most accessible and I'm on the most. If you love LinkedIn, I'm on there as well as Rachel Taylor if you want to do a little LinkedIn DM and collab. But my website, Instagram, Pinterest, those are probably the top three. And then that fourth one would be LinkedIn. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for your time today, for being here. You are so special. Everyone, go follow Rachel.
Thank you, Anna. This was a ton of fun. I love talking about all this stuff. It was great talking with you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.